Hi guys, welcome to the flight today. As with the Boeing 747-8 series, with the KLM Freighter for the update for the SSG, and with KLM Cargo, I was going to do a flight from London Heathrow down into Charles de Gaulle Airport. We'll be departing now runway 27 left, and we'll be arriving on 09 right. So don't forget to like and subscribe guys, leave your comments down below. Now we get inside the cockpit and start the aircraft up ready for our departure. So here we are now in the 747-8, which has all been updated, nice and lovely. So we'll get the battery which is on, we can get the external powers which are on, get all the bus ties and the IRSs which can all go to nav, which are checked. Emergency exit lights are armed, which are all checked and set for us as we get all of the hydraulics etc ready to go. So get one pump on and get the APU started. We'll go overhead now, we'll get the yaw dampers which will go on after the alignment. From there we'll get the trim air which can go on along with the packs, and we'll get the isolation valves along with the APU. We can put on the engine bleeds as well, as I'm sure they'll switch over and it shouldn't be a dual bleed. Equipment cooling is normal and all of the temps are to auto as well, which are checked for us. So as we go through now, we can get the beacon which can go on, nav can go on. So there's all of our screens, we've got everything all there which is lovely. We can see on the doors, we can see the electrics, the hydraulics. So with the electrics, you can see the utility bus, etc. And we're just waiting for the APU to come alive. So now the APU is on, we can switch that over, which is checked. So we're going to be departing from London Heathrow Airport on 27 left. Once we depart out, so we're going to be departing 27 left, and we're going to be taking the IXEG 1 Golf, which will be executed on. As we go into our route from Mexico, as I didn't save the flight plan, we're then going to proceed down to the Yankee 803, which is going to take us to Midhurst. From there we've got the uniform Lima 612, which is going to take us down to Bognor. From Bognor we're then going to go direct to Hardy. And from Hardy we've got the uniform Mike 605. That's going to proceed us down to Bivax, which is going to be the start of the arrival. So from Bivax, the arrival in is 09 right. As we come down on the ILS, we're going to be taking down, we've got the Bivax 9 Whiskey, which is going to be in transition at Bivax, and then coming through we want to be taking in the Mopar transition, which will be set. So we can activate that up. We can now go into our Perth, which is all going to be in for us. We've got reserves of 5. We're going to go for a flight level of 330. Cost index is 187, and we've got the cruise center of gravity, which I haven't got or anything. As we ride through, on for our takeoff, we go for takeoff 1, in for a climb 1, and for takeoff we should be going for a flaps 10, which will give us a 146, a 161 and a 173 for V2. So we go and plug 173 for V2. Okay, which is all set. Flight directors can now come on. As we're just waiting for the IRSs to come to life, as we can see, so we're going to see the initial ref, get the positioning, which is up Echo Golf for Lima Lima. We've got that in, which can now go in and set. So that'll be all set and configured to go in 2 and 1 minutes for the 3. And once we leave out, we are departing 27 left, which I haven't done before. It's going to be on to 269. So it can be a little fiddly. .269, which is checked, and we're going for 320. So I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, 320, which is checked. From there we've got the QNHs, which coming down is going to be for us is 1030. Okay, which is set and checked. 1030, which is set on both sides. The brake's going to be RTO. And we are now fully ready to go, so as we wait 1 minute for the IRS, we can then proceed to get the aircraft fully ready to leave. So we'll get all of the fuel pumps on, window heat can now go on, get the seatbelt signs, which would go on anyway through the checklist, as we are rolling the cargo today. And everything seems according to plan and ready to leave. Utility left and right can go on, standby power is auto. And I would say that is us good to go. So there's the IRS is now fully in and set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the tug now so we can get ready to leave. Imagine tug is now ready for us to go, so we can release parking brake. Go ahead now, get all of our packs off, which are checked. We're going to start the pushback now as we get ready to leave. So as we go through now, all for our engine display, we can go overhead. I'll go for engine number 4 and number 3. Unless it didn't change on XP Realistic, the engines for it. So I think he's trying to think it's a prop. So we see now 3 and 4 are coming in, and we can go outside and take a closer look. Engine number 1 and number 2. See down, N2 is increasing for engine number 1 and 2, and we're ready now to go outside and check out the aircraft. So as the tug now brings us through, we can see that the engines are stabilising. N1 is increasing as N2 comes through, away for the start cutouts, which should come back at any moment, and then we'll be ready to go. So there's number 1 and 2 back over. You can see on the electric the buses are over as well. So as everything is all set on our part, we can put the packs back on, which is checked. APU gen, which is off. And we can turn the APU off as well, which will be all set and checked for us. As we come through now, EC mode 1, 2, 3 and 4. Which is all checked. ELT should be on as well. And that's everything all set for us to leave. So we can now get the parking brake on. Let's just wait for him to push us back. Okay. Tug's now going to drop us through, and we'll be all ready to go. So you can see it says unable cruise altitudes. That's probably with our weight, we are a little bit heavy. But we'll go up through it, we'll step climb it through. Go down for 270, which should be fine for us. As we then go on to the initial and put 27 in, which should be good for us. Execute that off, and then we're all ready to leave. So tug's now going to leave. We can arm the auto throttle, which is checked. so we are all now ready to go. We are going to taxi on down Sierra all the way to the bottom where we're going to roll on for Sierra 1. We're right here down at the bottom of the cargo apron. We'll take a right and then just swing on down for Sierra 1, which is going to be all ready and set for us. So we can release the parking brake, which is set. As we now get ready to roll through, then we can add a little bit of power and we'll drop into a flaps 10. So traffic's moving crazy on the floor today. We're using EnhancedSkyScapes, which should also show the weather, because it isn't very good. On everything, which is all checked. Let's get ready to make this right hand turn. Ride it down to Sierra 10 or Sierra 1. We'll make that a left hand turn and come through. It's probably saying unable cruise altitude, but we'll run it up anyway, as we will get the aircraft up near to the end. 250 was our planned altitude, so we'll just see how it goes. It might take 25, we can see if it will take 25. Which is set. So as we line up now ready for Sierra 1, as we swing in, we are going to get everything all configured. So runway turn-offs can go on, we have our taxis on which can stay off now. Strobes we're going to put on as we cross over the hold, which are set. Seatbelt signs are on, leaving out the 269 up for 250, as we're going to go for level change, as 25 was what was on the flight plan. And as we get ready now to cross over, now going to line up for runway 27 left. So as we line up on the runway, we're going to take a takeoff 1 config. So as we line up now for the runway, we're going to go overhead now, we'll get our outbounds on, which are all checked and set, strobes are on, everything else is all ready to go. Engine bleeds so forth are set and checked, and we can arm LNAV as we are ready to leave out 1734 V2. So we can release a parking brake, we're up to 40%, push forward on the column, and so go. Airspeed live. Throttle hold.
80 knots.
80 knots checked. hand turn as we come through. Let's go for flaps 1. Take 250. That's for flaps up as we pass through. Coming through the clouds now, we're going to switch on level change and then bring the climb 1 in. So fuel pumps, etc. Signal the autopilot, which is checked. As we come through, flight level changes in as our flaps up speeds. We want to go for 250, which is checked to make that left hand turn. Go with the X feed, fuel X feed, they are on. It's meant to be off either way. And fuel tank, the engine, which is checked, so I'm not going to mess around too much with the fuel tanks. Passing through now, as we're going to go for 260, so we've got unrestricted, so we can go up to flaps up. Passing through 3006. Let's make that left-hand turn out of departure and fly all around up on as probably Max Bank coming through. As the aircraft was like a rocket, we didn't have much time to really react to that as it passed through 4003 and just on for our flaps up, which can go up as well, so flaps can now be fully retracted. Through 5002 and on our way to Charles de Gaulle. Runway tunnel lights can be turned on, which I'll check. Signs can now be turned off as the aircraft realigns itself. We want power going up for flight level 250. So passing through transition now. Let's switch over to standard. Let's make that right hand turn back on power now. Ready on 200 Hz. Accepted down for mid-Hz is going to be the 161. Through 7,000 feet. You can see literally there is our top of this visualizing as we roll through. There's the border as we come out, and then overtake still, and then Hardy as well to fly through. So it's mid-Hertz 1.4 and then that's level 2.0. So through Hardy exit, we have our arrival chart in with us. We come through Mopax is Mopar is our initial approach fix as we come through from Bivax. We'll take that down to the 153, we'll follow all the way down, making the left hand turn to the 093, which will then bring us down for our initial fix. And we're going to transition for Mopar, which is coming through on the arrival. So as we pass through 9,000 feet now, okay, now turn the landing lights off. Was up for 260, renav is in flight level change, and now we can start to speed up to 320. 335, which is in. As aircraft nose is down now and gets ready to go. As we can see now as we fly into another one, it's the top of the descent there. As we're going to go into this left hand turn. As we're now flying through and lead on up to lovely Charles de Gaulle. So I'm going to leave you guys with the take-off cinematics. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below, guys. I'm just going to tell you to subscribe and I'll see you when we get back in the cockpit ready for top of descending down into Charles de Gaulle Airport. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Now on the charts as we come through we need to be below 240, so we can come through now. So we're going to start our descent through down to 150, which is going to be 7. So flight will change on. Once we come down to Mopa, we need to be down for flight of 12 to 11. So we go down for 11,005. Just check, so we've got vertical speed on, so we don't need to come down that quick. It's going to go down from Mopon. Let's call it a Mopon, so 11,1700 feet per minute. As we now start our descent down into lovely Charles de Gaulle. Aircraft's going to start to throttle back now as we descend through flight 240. And we can see where we're going to end up with our altitude marker as we leave through. Following the vertical deviation profile, now we're just going to basically roll that through. So we do the recall, nav message, MCP altitude, which has already been set and checked. As we come through now on the arrival, so that should change. There we go. Got 110.1 for the 084 degree course, which you can just check just to back up. 110.1 for the 084, which is checked. Initial fix is 14.1 DME from the Charles de Gaulle November, which is Charles de Gaulle's VO1, which is going to be the 115.35. Yeah, got first VO1. As we come through down, it's going to be on 284, which is checked and in. And a 110.1, which is already going to be in now pre-arm just before we come through. So just coming down now for Colive. You can see there's Mopar, which we need to be down for below flight 120250 max as we come through, passing through 210. Currently en route to Colive now with 14 nautical miles, passing through flight 21. Can go ahead. We can see. You can see on the menu if we can get anything on the weather. I don't think we can on here, which is fine. We'll get the Q&A jump down in Charles de Gaulle for us, which will be +1. Everything down is to go on auto. So Engine anti-ice can stay on, which is also checked as we pass through 20,000 feet. So as we adjust the vertical speeds to adjust in for where we hit Mopar, which is going to be for flight level 115. VTOLs coming down in Charles de Gaulle. We've got 1031 for the QNH, 11 degrees. Winds are variable at 2 knots. So we'll be doing a +5 coming in, which will be set for us on for our ground speed, so flaps 30 will be 166. Flaps 30, which will be checked, passing through at 19,600 feet. Seatbelt signs, even over in the cargo, are on and checked, coming through. We're waiting for Charles de Gaulle to come through onto the 11535. We're going to slow down for 250. It's currently 35 nautical miles from Gaulle, as you can see. Very number 2. We'll take for the arrival. And we'll slow down max 225 once we come through. 250, 130 below. So we're still staying in for 335, still coming down hot. Currently down on the 154. Flaps 30, 160, so it'll be rev 30 +5, which is going to give us a 166. Auto brake and ground spoilers are armed, which we can check. They are armed, so I think there's a way to pull it. 115, and then once we leave Mopar, that's where we're then going to start to come down all for the arrival. So once we leave Bivax, going to come through from Bivax, ride it all the way through to Mopar, and then we're going to be in right there for the approach as we come through. So there is the runway as we then transition through, which was the Mopar transition. And there is the interceptor for 09 right. Passing through 16,003. 250 max once we get to Gaulle. We're going to descend down for 4,000 feet, which is going to bring us in. Minimums coming through 581. Change to Baron, but anywho, we know what our minimums is. There's a 571, 581 for a 210 on the decision. As soon as the Barrow doesn't want to work for some reason, so it stays in radio. I'm just going to leave it for now, as we've got our QNH coming through, which is going to be a 41031, which is checked, and Corsair 1031, which is set. So there's the Barrow, which is going to be for a 580, which is set. Turn the radio off. So 580 for 210 on the decision. We're coming down now for 11,005. We're down for 1,000. As we slow our speed down now. 250. to that left now, passing through 12,000 feet. Slowing down to 2.5. We have got orthos in, so we've got zoom level 17 orthos down in Charles de Gaulle. It should be nice for us to see, and we could do a trip report as well. So auto brake number 2, speed brake is armed as we slowly slow down, passing through 300 knots. You can see that the Charles de Gaulle VOR is in now 39.2 DME out. 250 we have slowed up to, which is going to be for max once we pass through from Colic. So open up speed brakes. Start to bring the control column over. Okay, it says 11.5, which we're going to stay for just once we pass at Mopar. So now we're past at Mopar, we're going to come down for 4,000 feet. Shall we check? Speed brake can now be in. And flaps 1 can be engaged. Feet is plugged in on the MCP as we come through 4,000, and we hit the glide slope at 11.4 DME from where we come in. 14.1 is the initial fix, and we're going to hit the glide slope at 11.4. 4,000 feet, which is in and checked. As we pass through at 10,000 feet now, landing lights can go on. Shows everything are all on and set. We check the temperature now, it's 5. Once it comes through to 10, then we can get the aircraft fully configured. So winds are variable from 2 knots in either direction. As we allow the aircraft now to slow itself down, we've got a flight level change, which will allow us to decel on our speed. Type flaps 1 is engaged now. As we now get ready to come through, we can now set the nav aid, which is on and ready to go. So the nav should come on. It should already be there and checked and set to come in. The nav aid, as we see, we've got the glide slope, which is on as well. So hopefully that does automatically come over as we get nearer to the airport now. And we start our descent through 8,007. See our final approach fix, which will arrive just on time as we hold 220, 23.4 DME. Transition coming through. It's going to be 5,000 feet. Elevation is 392, which we've got 392 there for the land elevation, which is set and checked. Passing through 7,008. As we get ready for that left-hand turn, which is then going to take us on to the runway. Also 6,800 feet. There's 9 degrees and the ice can go off now. $6,004. The ILS and everything is in and checked. They're ready to slow through. As the aircraft is literally already and stabilised. Passing through 5,007, we'll get the QHs back over now. Pass through 5,001. The approach armed. I don't know how the approach is going to activate. As we're going to go into that left-hand turn now. Slow the aircraft down to flaps 5. Continue on the vertical speed. There's the approach coming now. So as we slow down to flaps 5. So there's 4,000 feet, which is set. 9.3 DME, we're going to intercept for the glide slope, and on 165 we're going to be looking probably around nearer to the 900 feet to 950 mark. Runway is in sight now, go down to flaps 10. Okay, so as the glide slope was missed, this is how you'd basically chase the glide slope. Now we go down into 2,000 feet. We'll start to quickly descend now through 1,300 and we get the aircraft fully established, ready to go. So if you missed the glide slope, I don't know why I jumped out of the approach from that to the localizer. But if you miss the glide slope and you go too far down below it, all you do is you set a vertical speed of say 1,000 feet. As we're coming down at 160, we're going to be coming down at a quicker rate than that. So we'll say 1,300 feet. We're going to go down into a flaps 20 now, gear down. Glide slope's going to switch back over, we'll take hold onto the glide slope. So there's the glide slope coming, and that is how you chase the glide slope up. The aircraft should be powering up now to hold in for our 165, which is checked, as we are stable now, 1,300 feet AGL, and we are fully stabilised on the glide slope to come in. So as I'm happy now, we can disengage the autopilot and disengage the auto throttle, and I have control of the aircraft. retracted as well. As we now come off the runway. And that was our arrival, guys. So we follow straight down now, flaps are fully retracted. Follow it down Yankee 6. Aircraft fully ready to come down, so flight directors can now be turned off, which are checked as we come through. We've crossed over the whole short line, which will be checked and set for us as we roll through. We're taking a right hand turn as we want to be coming over onto the runway. So as we get our landing lights off now, the taxi lights can go on. I'm going to leave you with the landing cinematics now, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the other day with the live streams. It's the RAM. I don't know why the Vulcan loss keeps happening, but it's probably the VRAM or something. I just need to get a RAM upgrade as well. So thanks for your patience, guys, and I shall see you all very soon. So don't forget to like and subscribe, show your support to the channel, and I'll see you on the next available flight. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye bye.